After reaching my lifelong goal of hitting Masters in League, I discovered two things. First, nobody cares, and if anything, achieving it has only raised further concerns about my future. And secondly, you have to play every single day. Which I think we all know at this point is much harder than a regular 9 to 5. So logically, I only have one option left to justify the horrifying number of hours I've spent playing this game. Hit Challenger, or give up and become a functioning member of society. But honestly, society's probably better off without me. So this challenge is really for their sake. The only issue is, I'm currently Masters 0 LP, and Challenger is over 1,500 LP away. To put that into perspective, the gap between me and Challenger is roughly the same as the gap between a gold and a diamond player, meaning I'm not even remotely close. Let's just say this first game was off to a fantastic start, with Kane donating 400 gold to Zoe. I really wanted to win this first game in Masters because I need to prove this whole thing is possible. Because if I fail, I have to uninstall League until I find a job. At this point, Zoe had decided to take some racially motivated trades, which unfortunately for her, I don't tolerate racism. Here you can see the exact moment I decided not to recall. Thankfully my Kane was distracting the enemy team. Wow, I'm so lucky to have him. Somehow, I still managed to die. At this point, I'd spent enough time bullying little girls, so I decided to check in on my other lanes. Thankfully, this led to me picking up another 3 kills, and finally feeling like I could carry this one. Things were just going right this game, but no one tells Zoe that isn't Maokai's tree branch she just touched. I would upgrade my Dark Steel, but I know as soon as I die, I'll lose all my sacks. Oh, thanks for the lift. Since we were so far ahead, I decided to pick up a Medjai's. But, of course, as I predicted, there's no way that killed. Are you serious? After losing all my stacks and my shutdown, I could finally play without consequences. I'm happy to say I ended my first game 25-3, which put my ego through the roof, but it wasn't too long before I was humbled. This next game was a complete 180. It was one of the worst performances of my life, and seriously, no one ever bring this game up again. Not only do I wander around, missing the first wave experience, I also decide to immediately trade with Victor, just for Shaco to violate every human right I have. Of course. What a fucking start. Lee manages to kill the Shaco and almost Victor too. I then proceed to waste even more time looking for Victor. I finally turn my monitor on and manage to pull myself back into the game. Picking up 2 kills on Victor before I once again started spiraling into despair. Okay. I'd like to take a moment to apologise for the amount of moaning and whining you're about to hear. Oh, fuck, what am I doing? You cannot make this up. At this point, everything that could go wrong did, and if you have sharp senses, you may be able to tell that I was getting a little bit tilted. I'm dead. No, are you serious? That's it. Oh, big. Oh, fuck off! Oh my god, I'm getting rage baited. If I had $1 for every time they escape on 1 HP, I'd only be $20,000 in debt, which I hear is better than most people these days. Please, I'm getting rage baited! The Shaco had fully abandoned winning the game, in favour of making sure I personally was suffering. I just feel like Shaco's near me. Got PTSD. Oh, what a surprise! I was really struggling to find one moment of fighting where the Shaco was not present. And yes, I know it's part of the game, but I'm still allowed to be mad about it. Nah, I know that you're not play yourself. Yo, I'm trusting this sense. I swear that this Shaco's here. Look at him! Look at him! Despite all this, I was still making sure to spread some positivity. After all this torture, I was busy searching for the nearest bridge, but thankfully my ADC locked in. Oh my god. I'm just asking Shaco a simple question. We managed to win, and I promised myself that after this game, I would reform. Unfortunately, not even that game could have prepared me for the disgusting pick, which is tanks mid. I could actually look for a kill here. Pop the ignite. Oh, of course. Here we go. Oh, hold on. My jungle remembered that mid lane exists. Here, I made the worst mistake of giving the tank one kill. I don't know what's going on, but I think I finally understand how mosquitoes feel. Thankfully, this Mundo wasn't my burden to bear alone, and my team managed to take care of him. I just had to focus on the people I could actually damage. Despite most of my games being so tilting, I was still managing to win the majority of them. Of course, I wasn't winning every match, but each one I was generally happy with how I played, and even when I was losing, I found myself not making too many mistakes. At this point, I had never enjoyed the game more. Unfortunately, the road to Challenger is both steep and populated almost entirely by clinically concerning individuals. And while I'd only climbed around 100 LP, I wanted something more meaningful to show for my progress. That's when I discovered League of Graphs, which ranks the top players for each champion in every region. Honestly, I was hoping I'd maybe sneak into the top 10 Ekko players. Instead, I was rank 1, which is both the proudest and most concerning moment of my life so far. So once this goes live, I wouldn't be surprised if Midbeast made a video about me. Now that I'm the rank 1 Ekko on the server, it's my job, dear viewer, to reveal the hidden technique that got me here. I'd now like to introduce you to the ultimate Ekko curse technique. Not leveling your
By mentally tracking the chrono break trail, the user can instantly level and cast the ability onto unsuspecting enemies who are unable to perceive the technique. The drawbacks of this technique include accidental deaths and forgetting to level your ult entirely.
This has become my go-to way to win lane 2v1 when I'm getting camped. While it does take some practice, the number of people this technique psychologically devastates is genuinely unbelievable. And because Ekko's ult hits about as hard as being handed a job application, it usually works out pretty well. After all this, everyone was saying I could only play the one champion, and I had to prove them wrong. I mean, this moment is just another textbook display of my elite mechanics. Unfortunately, Talon stole my kill. While it was one of those games which is a whole lot of nothing, it still felt good not playing a minority for once. Another victory was secured, and I ended the first episode at 122 LP, which I was really happy with. There's still a long way to go before Challenger, but for now, the climb continues. And if you guys are enjoying this series, let's try and make things even more difficult. If we can hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll stream myself playing League for 24 hours straight and make a full video on the experience. I should really stop playing this game. Well, see you in the next one.